Hey y'all, I'm Ash, the other half of the Wellness Wives. Welcome to Love a Girl World, where I talk all things love, the embodiment of love, what I'm currently loving, and what's loving on me. So, let's get into some things. Today, I'm going to be discussing how my mindset changed from being a girlfriend to a wife unintentionally and unexpectedly. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. It just happened. I'm like, how did I even get here? And it's so funny because I definitely wasn't the little girl who was dreaming of being married and knew what colors my wedding was going to be. And, I wasn't obsessed with the idea of marriage or anything like that. So I must say that there was a lot that I did have to learn to be a wife. Um, I was a damn good girlfriend, I think. You feel me? I think I was a good girlfriend. But um wife, I had to learn some things. I had to learn some things I had to grow into, some things I had to leave behind. And we're going to get into that. So if you are a girlfriend who plan on being a wife one day, stick around. If you are in a relationship and you plan for marriage, stick around. If you are single and one day want to be married, definitely stick around. We're going to get into some things. But before we do, I have a few things that I'm currently loving that's loving back on me, and I want to get into it. So, first thing that I am currently loving is this glow recipe. Y'all, watermelon glow serum. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love it. It's dewdrops. It just makes you look super dewy, not in a greasy way, but more so like just glowy. I love to look dewy 365. Like, I like to look like I just got off the plane from a tropical place. Like, that's how I like to. Oh, I don't care if it's dead middle of winter. I want to look like I am sun kissed. Matter of fact, I think I like to look more dewy in the winter. I'm very like, you know what? This complexion ain't giving what it needs to give. Like, let's get on a plane. Like, let's do a little weekend, you know. Me and my wife lay out on the beach, get a nasty little tan, and we come back home. Anyways, now that it is spring, I get way into the serums. So when we're talking about the vitamin C, um, and anything that's just gonna make your girl look extra glowy, give it to me. I want it. The second thing that I'm absolutely loving is it's by Lush Avocado Co-Wash. That's what it's called, but it's a body spray. Oh, y'all. Okay, so first of all, real quick, I don't wear perfume. I know that's weird. I know y'all like, excuse me. I do smell delicious though. let's not let's not do that. I do smell very delicious, but I don't wear perfume. So I would say back in 2000, when did I stop? Maybe 2006, 15. 2016, 15. I went through a whole phase. I locked my hair. I stopped wearing deodorant. Anything that I felt like when I'm reading the back of it, I don't know what the hell it is. I stopped engaging with it at all. And I was on a journey. I feel like we all go through this. If you haven't got did the whole, you will, trust me. I think it's just a part of life, you know. Or maybe some people actually don't go through that. Wow. I did have a very enlightening moment where I'm reading the back of everything. I'm curious about everything. Just the hidden knowledge of the world. I want to know. Um, so I did a lot of research. we started off with like meatless Mondays. Then it went to like us being vegetarian. We did vegan. Um, yeah, and along with that, I stopped using lotions. And I would only use like coconut oil. Um, you know, you you following me, right? No perfume, no none of that. But what I discovered was, girl, the perfume was giving me migraines this whole time. So I've been getting migraines since I was 17 years old. And every now and then I still do get a migraine, which actually have a really, really, really good medicine for migraines that I accidentally discovered one day when I was in a car and Court and I was riding. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting a migraine. And I just put on some red glasses, some red tinted glasses. And when I tell you my migraine, like, because I get auras. I get auras with my migraine. Some people do, some people don't. If you've never heard of an aura before with a migraine, basically you see, like, as if you were to look at the sun and look away, and you get those lines and squiggles, and that's what it looks like. And so when I'm looking out, when I get a migraine, I can see like these lines and dots and floaters and like all this. I put those glasses on and it just calmed it all the way down. So I call it my medicine. And anytime I'm traveling or going anywhere, I'm like, let me get my medicine for my migraine just in case. But on this self discovery journey, I learned that one of my triggers was smells, and perfume and cologne will take me straight to getting a migraine. Even if I'm around someone who just has on a really strong, I'm just like, oh, like I have to get from around this person. Like they're about to give me a headache. So with that, I don't wear perfume. I am looking into like more so like clean perfume. I'm really into that for right now. I really, really love Lush. And so I play around with Lush a lot because it does not give me a migraine and they have clean ingredients. And this particular body spray right here, I absolutely, oh, let me just put some on. Oh, wait, it's locked. Hold on, let me unlock it. I absolutely love it. It smells so good. I like the way it comes out. It's just it feels amazing on the skin. It freshens you up, and I absolutely love it. Um, so yeah. Now, when I first met Courtney, it's so funny. When I first met her, I used to wear Chanel Chance. Oh my gosh. And to this day, if a woman passed by me and she has Chanel Chance on, I'm just like, I absolutely love Chanel Chance. Another, like, this may be weird. I don't know, maybe not. But I used to love, love, love Lady Gaga perfume. I don't know what it was. It was black. Does anybody remember that? She had a perfume, pretty sure it's still out there in the world, but it was black. Absolutely obsessed. And also this Betsy Johnson perfume. Child, please. In the winter, it had like this little, I don't know, it's kind of like a cinnamon, woody. I do miss wearing perfume. I don't miss getting migraines as frequently. So, um, I'm good on perfume. If y'all know any clean perfumes that you feel like will not trigger me, definitely let me know. So the last thing that I am loving that is definitely loving me back is Communion by Bell Hooks. So I've been picking this book up when I have time, and I really would love to cozy up with it for a longer period of time and really just dive deep into it. But I am on like chapter 5 and I'm really, really enjoying it. Um, One thing Courtney and I was talking about was just how, even though you may not have actual mentors in your life, like people that's physically in your life, there's so many mentors who have written books, who have taught lectures that you can research and look into and learn so much from. And this book right here, as soon as I picked it up and I go to the first chapter, I'm 39, y'all. So I'm definitely in the phase of, all right, girl, you older now. Like you up there. You up there. And it's okay. Like, I want y'all to know I feel very good about becoming older and wiser and fine and 40. I'm very cool with that. But I opened it up to chapter one because certain things just come into your life at the right time. And if you are still enough to catch it, it'll change your life. So this is one of those things. This book has been in here for a while. Courtney got this book. We have a little library in our house. We have so many books. And so I went over there to our bookshelf and I was like, who do I want to, what do I want to read? What do I want to read? And I just popped this one out, right? Boom. Chapter one, it says aging to love, loving to age. And immediately I was like, all right, I see what's happening here. Go ahead and lay it on me. I'm gonna just read just a little bit of it. Here we go. I'm gonna read a few sentences to y'all that I was like, okay, let's get into it. So, wow. Every day I talk to women about love and aging. It's an over 40 thing to do. The exciting news is this: everyone agrees that aging is more fun than it has ever been before. It has its joys and delights. It also has its problems. What's new for many women is that the problems don't always get us down. Come on now. Come on now. And if they do, we don't stay down. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. It says, we pick ourselves up and start over. This is a part of the magic, the power, and the pleasure of midlife. Baby, I said, say less. I'm into it. So, those are the three things. I wonder if I snap this on. I wonder if I snap this right here, if y'all still can hear me really well. Those are the three things that's loving on me. Take a little swig of my drink before I just really get into it. So I'm drinking green juice. It's simple. The recipe is parsley, green apple, celery, and lemon. Out of a cocktail glass, of course, on ice with a gold straw because it's Taurus season and that's my moon sign. So you just gotta carry. You gotta be very extra. You know, it's gotta be in alignment. You feel me with the season. Um, so getting into how my mindset changed from girlfriend to wife. I'm gonna give y'all 5 things where I was like, okay, that's different. Okay, girl, you wifey. You're not no girlfriend. You giving big wife energy. Okay, so let's get into it. Like I was saying in the beginning, I had no dreams of being a wife. Like that wasn't a part of my things to do in life. And I didn't know that I wanted to be married until I actually met my wife. And I think we made great girlfriends. We were just trying to figure it out on our own. Neither one of us kind of knew what a healthy marriage looked like. And so we was just doing things our own way. But something about us genuinely loving each other made us want to figure it out and be the best that we could be for each other. And so, with that, I noticed that me being a girlfriend, things started to change once I started to feel like, no, I think that she's going to be my wife. Like, once I felt that way, I'm like, my mindset changed. And one thing that changed, I'm gonna give you 5 things. I'm gonna give you 5 things. And listen, these 5 things right here, if you can tap into them, you're gonna be a hell of a partner. But one of my first things I noticed that changed is that I cared less about what I personally had, and I cared more about what we had as a couple together. It wasn't about like, oh, I make this much money, I drive this car. You make your money, I make my money. Our money is separate. Um, I can go and shop. Maybe you can't shop because maybe, you know, you saving. I'm good over here. I don't know what you got going on. Like, once I realized that, like, because in the past with dating, it was very much like, don't ask me how much I'm making. I'm not going to ask you how much you're making. You just make sure you have your money. You make sure you have your money and that you can put up your half. If y'all living together and it's like y'all busting down bills and stuff like that, just make sure you have your money. I'm going to have mine. And that's just it. But when your mindset change from being a girlfriend to a wife, it's like, baby, let's put all of our money together so we can make sure just everything getting paid in the house. Like, let's just put this shit on auto draft. Let's put all our money in a pot and we good. It don't matter how much you making. It don't matter how much I'm making because it goes all in the same pot. We don't have to argue about it or anything like that. And we never took advantage of each other financially. So us putting all our money in a pot, it really didn't matter. It's not, I'm not gonna drain the account. Courtney's not gonna drain the account. So we could do that. That's one thing that was a big change for me. Also being curious of like what my wife was into. Like what you want to do, what you into, what excites you or what you want to do next, like in life. Like what are your goals, like, so that I can pour into you as well. It's not just like, oh, I'm just tunnel vision on myself. So even with us having a business, that's something that we both was like, let's build a family business. Let's get where we are both in a space of expanding. It's I couldn't imagine, I'm excelling in life and my partner is not. And a lot of people I hear, you know I need you to come healed. I need your credit score to be good, or I need for you to, like, we can't help people. We don't love people enough to be able to give them the game. Like if you were able to get your credit score to 700, 800, you meet somebody that you genuinely love, you can help them get their credit score where you got yours at. A lot of people leave their partners to try to figure things out on their own. We all need help at some point in life. Why can't you help out your partner? You know what I mean? Like, if there's somebody that you really love, you genuinely care for, help them out if you see that they need help. Versus like, oh, girl, they ain't had their money together. Oh, girl, their credit score was this and that. Or put them on game. Now, both of y'all could be bringing it in. That's just how I see it. I know everybody sees that differently, but I definitely think that separates a girlfriend from a wife. Getting into the second thing is, I felt more responsible for my decisions and making sure my partner was taken care of. And what I mean by that is, when you become a wife, you know that the decisions you make, even for yourself, can affect the family. It can affect your wife. You know what I'm saying? So you are a little smarter about people you hang with and just the overall decisions that you make, because you're not just affecting yourself, but you're affecting your person. So that's something that completely changed. Like, you have some people that, you know what? This is a story. This is a story I heard. Y'all don't know this person, so it don't even matter. But she got married and she quit her job and her partner was working multiple jobs while she went to school. That ain't a wife. That ain't a wife. You don't do nothing like that. Now, if you can afford to do that, then absolutely. But you don't take advantage of someone wanting to see you win and loving you and would do absolutely anything for you. You don't take advantage of that and say, you know what, I'm just going to let you have all the responsibility and I have none. That's not fair. That's not fair. Once you are married, y'all are a family. You both are responsible for each other. So you have to just make good overall decisions. I really felt like I got to a certain level where I felt like I was responsible of loving and making sure that Courtney was taken care of. And that was a mindset change for me. Because when you're just a girlfriend, it's like, of course you care for the person, you love the person, but it's a different level of responsibility that you feel like you have. And so that was super game changer where I'm like, baby, you good? And oh my gosh, when we got married, it was times 10. I'm like, this is my wife. I got to take care of her from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet. You good? Like, any doctor's appointments that need to be made? Like, I'm checking it all off the list. And vice versa. Like, she take care of me like that too. And so it's like you start to realize that your immediate family, everybody has their own little families, you know? And so once you become married, now you have your own little family and y'all take care of each other. You know what I mean? And that's a huge thing that changed. Um, the third thing that changed was I found myself seeking relationship and marriage counseling. So, marriage needs support, especially queer people. I feel like majority of the time we don't have family that really understands our love, even though our love is the same and we have the same relationship problems, lack of communication or financial issues, or some of us that's in queer relationships have children. We all have the same issues, but for some reason family members find it hard to advise us because we are in a same sex loving relationship. And so, with that, I knew that it was super important to have some sort of counseling or just a mentor that can help us in problem areas. And I see a lot of queer folk, they divorce so fast. And I'm not saying that straight people don't divorce fast, because they do. But I do feel like if we had more support in our marriage, that it would last longer. It would definitely last longer. The first year of marriage is always very, very difficult. And you would think, oh, we've been together for however long. Getting married is not going to be a difference. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. It's a huge change. It's an energetic change as well, where something shifts, where you like, get married. Just get married and let me know. And let me know. And for the people who are married, I want to know, how did that shift happen for you? Was it immediately? For me, the moment I said, I do, it was like a whoosh came by, like a gust of wind. And I was just somebody else. I don't know. It was so interesting. Like, in our relationship dynamics, it like had changed, and I knew it, and she knew it, and energetically it felt different, and it was not the same. And even how we were treated was different. Um, that's a whole different, I feel like it's a whole different topic. But I think that people hold way more respect for your relationship, even same sex, when you are married versus just a girlfriend. It's like, oh, that's her little friend. You know, you might get that's just her little friend. But when you married, don't nobody mess up on that. That's her wife. Oh, call her wife. Oh, I don't know. Let me ask my wife. It's completely different. Um, and I live for it, baby, because what? I'm the wife, and period. But I think that that's something that definitely was a mindset change where I knew that I needed to get the tools to make this union be successful. So when you start to seek outside of yourself, and outside of your relationship for help and guidance, then you know, like, okay, this ain't just no girl. I ain't just no little girlfriend. Like, cause we got to make this thing work. That's a huge mindset change. You know, you could break up with somebody all day long. Bye. Next. It's completely different when you know that you want to be this person's wife or when you're that person's wife. It's completely different. Like, you like, nah, let me go get some help. So that's a huge, huge, huge change. So this right here was like huge for me because I was so stuck in my ways. This happened very early. I would say this was probably like our second year together. So we were nowhere near marriage. But this is when I knew that I wanted to be more than her girlfriend. The things that I once said that I wasn't down for, or that I didn't do, or that I didn't know how to do, I put effort in learning because it's so easy to just live your life like, oh, I don't do that. Oh, I ain't into that. Oh, nah, that's not me. Oh, well, I'm just like that. I can't stand it. Oh, that's just me. Okay, but that could just be you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody going for that. Like, we grown here. If someone's calling something out that you can improve, take notes, boo. So for me, I didn't know how to cook. Okay, I'm still in my 20s. And your girl didn't know how to cook. Like, I can make you a mean grilled cheese sandwich. Like, I can whip you up some oatmeal, some toast. You feel me? I can even give you a little spaghetti. But I couldn't cook. And so Courtney came into the relationship like, you know what? Don't even worry about it, babe. I'll do the cooking. You clean, you wash the dishes, and we good. But at a certain point, as a woman, like, I want to feed you, you know? As a grown ass woman, I want to learn how to cook. I want to learn how to cook for my family, which is us, like, I don't want you to always be the person that's cooking in the kitchen. And so I had to learn how to do that. When I first met her, it was very much, I don't cook. Ask me today. Baby throws down. She, what? Throws down in the kitchen. And my wife taught me. My wife taught me how to cook. She had patience with me to the point where it's like, if something didn't come out very good, she like, you know what, baby, don't even worry about it. I'm going to eat it. Like, because you cooked it. And just very supportive in that way. And that boosts my confidence. And once I just learned the flow of the kitchen, oh, you can tell me nothing. Like, it was simple things like you cook your eggs last. You feel me? Because eggs take no time to cook. So once I learned my way around the kitchen, it was over. But the point of it is things that you typically don't do or that you feel like is a sacrifice, you got away with not knowing how to do in other relationships because they didn't expect anything from you or they expected very little from you. In a relationship where you want to be someone's wife, then you know. The bare minimum is not enough for this person. This person deserves more, and so I'm gonna give them more. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna step my cookies up. Um, and the last thing that was a huge mindset change for me is bettering myself as a person to be a better partner. I feel like that needs to be number one. You ever listen? You ever just listen to what people say about you? You know, some things that you may have heard a couple of times. You might have argued against it, but in the back of your mind, you like, damn, I've heard this from different people. Something might be true there. It may be some fact up in there somewhere. That right there, when I started thinking about that and started reflecting and really doing shadow work around me as a person to become a better woman, to become a better wife, that's when I knew, oh, you're not just a girlfriend. Like you really want to be the best person that you can be for yourself, because with doing that, then you're a better partner. And you're not going to get this in one like sitting. This is something that may take years. This took me years on different levels. Like I may get these three things right, but damn, these three things I still haven't worked on. And that's okay, long as you are constantly working on self. Because as we know, healing, it's a journey, and if you're with somebody who genuinely love you, they're going to walk with you side by side on your journey. But one thing that I did hear about myself years ago is that I could be self centered. And I've heard this from different people. And so I said, damn, it got to be some truth to that. So I started reflecting. I can't be a good partner. I can't be a good wife if I'm self centered. I didn't even know what they meant by that. I just know. I'm like, what you mean? What you mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm offended. I'm what? No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I was. No shade. I'm not anymore, but I was. And huge mindset change for me to where at this point it's not about me being offended. It's about me taking note of what's being said, taking it in, sitting with it, reflecting, and seeing how I can change those ways to be a better woman. At the end of the day, like nobody wants to just be with people who are stuck in their ways. You rather be by yourself than with someone who's stuck in their ways. And so with that, I changed. I changed for the better. And I always say love changed my DNA. I am a completely different person than who I used to be. And I owe a lot of that to the love that I have with me and my wife. So So those are the 5 mindset changes in being a girlfriend to becoming a wife. Let me know if you've had any of those mindset changes as well in your relationship, or if you had something completely different that you feel like will be a really good tip in becoming a better wife. I think that it's very good for us to hold space like this, especially in the lesbian queer community, because we don't have a lot of people that we can talk to, obviously. It's a very small community. um, and it's important for us to hold space, a loving space, a supportive space. Um, it's so funny. Before I did this video, I kind of was just on YouTube and I'm like, so ain't nobody gonna talk to us about marriage? Okay, so everything is about my man, my man, my man. And that's all right. That's all right. I hope to really grow this page, and I hope that my wife and I, grow as well with the Wellness Wives, and that we cultivate a loving community of single folk, people in relationship and marriage. And just all come together and share tips and be able to keep us in love, you know? So, if you liked this topic and you want to hear more, please leave a review and let me know. Drop it in the comments and let me know. Leave it on one of our podcast platforms, because I am putting this on the podcast as well as on my YouTube. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube, please go over to catch the visual of this. It's on the Ashley Tierra. That's the Ashley Tierra, as well as on Instagram, as well as on Threads. All right, y'all. It was nice speaking with you, and I look forward to chatting with you. Peace. I'm out.